What's going on, everybody? Darrell, the Whiskey Saint. We are back, guys, with another video. We're going to just keep it trucking. Hopefully, you're going to be up in Map Madness this year. So, I kind of want to work on some of these blinds that I've been doing with you guys for the past couple weeks. So we're going to dive into the box I have over here and, hopefully call some stuff out about this bottle or this sample that I got in here. If you're new to the channel, guys, hit that like and subscribe. We're going to kick the show off right after this. Cheers. Welcome back, guys, and we're about to dive into this box. I know you guys probably been watching a bunch of these videos, seen me holding up this box. It's getting relatively empty. Once I, finish all these in this box, I got a couple more, a couple more 80 packs, but we're just gonna grab whatever. Let's do. Actually, I haven't touched anything from this row in a while, so let's grab that. Feels pretty full, hopefully. Does it feel full? Yeah, it feels pretty full. So actually, I can't really tell. Either way, I'm gonna hold this up without looking, guys. Hopefully you can see what it is. Hopefully it's something good. We're going to, oh yeah, it's pretty full. It's dark. Okay. Label's facing out, so I can't cheat, guys. I'm gonna pour this in here. Definitely has some nice color to it. Can see that right off the rip. I'm going to cap this up and place it into the infamous Marty Whiskey Nose Glen so I can't see. All right, guys. Yeah, that color. Look at that. Holy crap. If it's not old, it's probably something finished. By the color on this. But let's give it a little spin job and we're diving in. Cheers. Ooh. So more of a conventional nose right now for me. Do get like some, almost like a, like a sweet tart, like the candy. It's like a nice tartness. Pretty dark, got some nice oak. Seems like it has a decent amount of age. I don't think anything over like 10 years or so, but maybe like that 6 to 8 range. But the oak is coming across nice. Nice sweetness, that berry, that tartness is there. Get some nice barrel char. All in all, actually a pretty pleasant nose. It's going on a palate. Oh, not what I expected on a palate. That's interesting. Comes across a lot younger on the palate. And it seems like it's hiding like maybe some type of finish too. But I don't know what that finish would be. This tastes new to me. I don't know if I've ever had this. I talk about it a few times, guys. There are samples that are within these boxes that I definitely had. They've been in boxes for a couple years, and since then I've purchased a few of these bottles and or maybe a lot of those bottles. So this doesn't really taste all that familiar to me. So I'm thinking it's probably a sample that's probably been in that box for a couple years, and I've just never got around to acquiring a bottle of it. I'm going to go in for another sip. So it's not a bad whiskey. It just comes across a lot more youthful on the palate than it did on the nose. The nose was nice. It makes me lean towards that finish to maybe hide some of the youthfulness that you would normally get if it wasn't finished on a nose. But yeah, this nose is probably the best part of this whiskey. It does have a decent finish. I'm thinking it's either like a cash strength or something north of, just say 100 and probably, I think right around like maybe 115, or it could be actually higher proof than that. Um, yeah, it's kind of confusing though, because I don't like things that I've tasted similar to this were like maybe like some younger Starlights, those 4.5, and they kind of come across a little not grainy, but just youthful. Like there's not really much graininess in this. It just lacks like some balance. The nose is perfectly balanced. Like the nose is fantastic on this. Yeah, I could just sit here and nose this, but it doesn't make me want to just the taste of it doesn't make me want to kind of just go back to it. But we are gonna go back for you guys and try to, hone in on some of the specs to see how close I am to it. So one more cheers to you guys. I'm gonna take another sip and, kind of talk about it there. Sticks to the glass pretty decently too. But yeah, it's just I got a little bit of that, like the raw interior workings of a barrel, like that pencil shave and that sawdust that I get off of some younger products. I just got that on that taste. But like I said, the nose on this, guys, is really, really nice. Just everything you kind of want in a. I think this is bourbon. I'll be really, really surprised if it's a rye. It's definitely not like an Irish or a Scotch or anything like that. Like I would be leaning more towards bourbon proof. One more sip. Yeah, proof is weird. Drink's a little spicier than I think the actual proof is. We're gonna just say it is my first sip of whiskey today too, but we'll say 118 proof. We're gonna say bourbon. Let's go with God. If we're going with state, I'm gonna play it safe and go Kentucky. It does kind of remind me of some Starlight Indiana stuff, but we'll stick with Kentucky. 118 proof. Age, I'm gonna go 4 years on this. If it's over 5, I would be surprised. Hopefully, some of those specs are on that sample bottle. If not, I got my phone handy real quick. We'll see if we can kind of look it up really, really quick if I don't know what's on here. But yeah, so Kentucky, 4 years, 118 proof. So state of distillations. Yeah, I don't have a bottle guess. If I was to bottle guess something, I would say Starlight, but I don't think I have any Starlight in there. Um, but yeah, let's see how I did, guys. I know you guys already know, but time for me to take a peek and see what the heck I was drinking. So this was, oh god, that's why it's funky for me on the palate because I do not like Chattanooga. So Chattanooga single barrel S89. I'm not sure who wrote this, but it's supposed to say ABV there, but I'm not sure. Oh, 58.9 ABV. So that's 117.8. Dude, I said 118 proof. This is a bourbon. I didn't get state. This is Tennessee instead of Kentucky, but it was funky. I don't know the age, and I don't think they age state a lot of that Chattanooga stuff anyway, but I know I'm pretty certain it's relatively young. I know the founder, The Founders Editions comes with, some of the older stuff in there. I think like 8 to maybe 11 years old or in that range. But I think their core single barrels are in that 4 to 6 range. So all in all, I'm actually pretty happy with how I did, guys. Really, only thing I kind of missed was state, but nailed proof. I was within 0.3 proof points, right? Or 0.3 proof points. 118, it's 117.8, actually 0.2. So that's pretty much a headshot on proof. Got it as bourbon. Chattanooga is just weird, dude. Like it doesn't. The only Chattanooga I found to tolerate are the Founders, and I'm guessing because it's older stuff in there, and I think they mix some of like the MGP, or I could be mistaken, but I know I had one that had like a mix of MGP plus their stuff, and that was pretty decent. I know Cheech has a bunch of them, and I tried a couple of those, and they weren't bad. But their finished stuff and this, like, it's just that the malt that they use in their whiskey just doesn't sit with me right. The nose on this is lovely, though. I will say that. Probably the best nose I've had on some Chattanooga, because even on the ones that I've nosed before, I wasn't a big fan of. But this is really, really nice on the nose. Just that palate just hits me very, very youthful. Yeah. Well, not bad, guys. Keeping up with tradition, nailed a couple things, pretty close on a couple other things. Tennessee's tough. I haven't really had enough Chattanooga to really pinpoint that distillery. I just know that it's not my cup of tea. As you could tell with this, I still got a bunch here, and I kind of said it as soon as I sipped it, like not what I was expecting, a little bit youthful and just just that youthful, not graininess, but just some of that pencil shaven barrel note that I'm just not a big fan of, but the maltiness wasn't too much on this. Like I didn't really get much of that, to be honest. But all in all, okay. Will I go out there and buy it? No. But we're going to end it off like that, guys. Until next time, cheers.
Jeff, just be friends with me. But you have these whiskey friends, and you say hello again. Oh, Jeffrey, you should just be friends with me. But you have these whiskey friends, and you say hello again.